welcome back on my channel. So what I wanted to do today is that I want to do something different. I think I might have done it before, but I can't remember if I've made a video about it. So recently I've just been working on my wardrobe and my relationship to clothes and working on having enough clothing and not buying more of the clothing I have enough of. And now I have reached the point where I have enough clothing, but actually I have an amount that is actually stressing me out. So what I want to do is I want to make a box where I put some clothing away. So clothing I actually like, clothing I'll actually wear, I'll put it in this plastic container box and store it away, just so when I look at my clothing I do not get stressed by the amount. But this method also has the benefit that if something I wear breaks, I can, instead of shopping, just go into that box and take something out and put it into my wardrobe. And in that way I save money. So I just think that this is a really great thing to do. And you can do this in whatever way suits you. So today I'm going to find out what way will suit me. But I think I will need at least enough for 7 days of everything in my wardrobe, and then I'll store the rest away so I do not get stressed by the amount. But I am also in a period of my life where I have a navel piercing, so I cannot wear clothing that sits tightly, and I cannot wear high-waisted jeans. I will be able to wear tight-fitting clothing again in the future. When my navel piercing has healed, it has just had some problems, so I hope it's going to get over them, so I can wear some more tight-fitting clothing soon. But what I have to figure out with myself is whether I want to keep some tight-fitting clothing in my wardrobe right now or whether I want to store it away. And I also want to say this is just some of what I'm going to store away, because there's of course some clothing that is in the wash. So it's just some of my clothing that I'm going to be storing away right now. It's not everything, but it's simply just so I have more space and I feel less stressed by the amount I have, but also so I in the future can save money because I already stored some clothing away I know where and I like. So that is what I'm going to do today, and I'm just going to go right into it. Most of my clothing is in drawers, so that is where I'm going to start. And what I meant by saying that some of my clothing is in the washing, what I meant to say by that is that maybe I'll store some more away than what you see in this video because it is in the wash. So yeah. And I think what I'm going to do in this process as well is just find out what works along the way. So maybe I will need to store more away than I do now, or less, because I do not want my clothing to take up as much space as it does at the moment. So right now I'm just doing my underwear drawer. So at the moment I'm just working through this drawer. So guys, I just want to show you that these are all the hangers that are left over from my putting clothing away now, but also decluttering. So I've actually done pretty well, and some of these hangers will of course be used when some of the things I have in the wash will be hung up. But I just want to show you how it looks so far, how much space I've made. And over here, this is my hanging clothing, so my blouses, my t-shirts and my dresses. I've cut it down to only having 3 dresses here, 7 blouses, and then there's 4 t-shirts. And then I have a t-shirt on, and then some t-shirts are in the wash, so I might put more away later. Here is the giant pile. I'm going to go through in a second to see what I'm going to put away and what I'm going to declutter. First drawer is this one. So you can see how much space I've made in this drawer already. This is my underwear drawer. I've definitely made some more space here. And then this is my pants, my skirts and my shorts. And then this last one, I don't know if I just put it away or what I do, but this drawer is just for clothing used for practical stuff like working outside, and clothing I do not mind gets ruined, and gloves when I'm repotting plants like cacti, so I do not get stung by them. So yeah, it's just crazy how much clothing I felt like overwhelmed me. Like this huge pile that you've just seen of clothing is all the clothing I felt like overwhelmed me, and I'm just excited to go through it. And I'm going to be tough because I'm either going to put it away or declutter it. There's no in between. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to go through this huge pile of clothing, and I'm going to decide what I'm going to put away in my box and what I'm going to declutter, so what I'm going to get rid of. Because this forces me to take a look at the clothing I absolutely love and the ones I do not. So that is what I'm going to do now, guys. So over here on my bed, I'm going to make 2 piles. One for the clothing I'm going to declutter, and the other for the one I'm going to put away in the storage box. And the clothing in that storage box I can use when something else in my wardrobe has gotten broken. So it's kind of replacement clothing that I do not want to have in my closet right now, because if I have too much clothing in my wardrobe I get stressed. But there's still a lot of clothing I want to keep, so I'm going to put it in the box, because then when something gets broken I do not have to buy new clothing. So that is what I'm going to do right now. So starting with the pieces I'm absolutely going to keep. This is one of them. It's a t-shirt dress. This is something I absolutely love, so this is going over in the keep pile. This skirt I also really like, so it's going in the keep pile. So I have these 2 pair of shorts that are exactly the same, just different colors. I'm going to keep them as well. This is another keep, a blouse I absolutely love. This sweater or blouse or whatever you want to call it, I'm also keeping. This sweater I'm also keeping, and I think I'm going to do it a bit more quick now, so I'm not going to show you everything I'm going to be keeping. This is a dress that I'm also going to keep. A black blouse I see no reason not to keep. So these kind of blouses always just goes up and they're annoying, so when you have it on, it just goes up like this, so you see your tummy. So this is a declutter. This is already starting to break and I don't like the color as much as I thought I do, so this so this is the clutter. This is the same blouse, just in black, declutter. Pair of jeans here, declutter. Levi's t-shirt, definitely a keep. This t-shirt here is definitely also a keep. This pair of jeans is also a keep. There are just some socks I'm also gonna keep. It's a loose fitting t-shirt, but I still really like it, so this is a keep. This is absolutely another dress that I'm going to keep. A black hoodie I'm also going to keep. Just a brown cardigan that I'm also going to keep. Another sweater I like. Another hoodie I like. This one and this one can just go. I love these, and they're loose enough that I do not think my navel piercing would get irritated if I wear them, but I cannot wear them at the moment because my navel piercing is irritated, so I'm just going to put them away. This is just a pair of warm leggings. Some pants to sleep in that I like. Some pants I can just sleep in that I want to keep. I love how this dress sits on me. It's just high maintenance because hair and all kind of stuff just gets stuck on it, and it's kind of fabric where it's hard to get out. And for that reason I want to declutter it, because I hate it only for the reason that everything like gets stuck to it. And yeah, that's the reason why it's going. And I'm never going to buy that fabric again. Never ever. This one, I've honestly thought about decluttering so many times. So now it's going. And this is just a t-shirt again to sleep in, just a simple black one. I'm going to keep that one as well. Another black t-shirt. These are just too smooth for my liking. Like, I don't even think I can exercise in them like on my exercise bike, because I think I'll fall off the saddle, because it's so smooth on the surface, so that's new. For some reason I love this hoodie and always think about decluttering it, but I wear it a lot, so that would make like no sense, so I'm going to keep it. Like, I do the arm test because I want to see if the fabric irritates me, and it definitely does. I'm going to get rid of these as well. No, I think these are fine. There's like no itchiness to these, so these I'm going to keep. These I also think are completely fine. This one, I love Sailor Moon, but I do not like to wear it, so I think it's going up in my memories box because my boyfriend gave me this on the 3-year anniversary, and he knows I love Sailor Moon, so it's just really sweet, so I can't get rid of it, so I'll just put it up in my memory box. And maybe I'll frame it later, because if you do not know, over here I already have like a Doctor Who t-shirt frames, so I might just frame this Sailor Moon t-shirt later. So guys, it will take me a while to figure out the last pieces what I want to keep and what I do not want to keep, so I want to do that on my own. Pieces left I have to figure out if I want to keep or not, so if I want to put in the box or not, or if I want to declutter them. Over here are the pieces I've decided to keep and put in a box, and these are ones I've decided to declutter. So I'm just going to do the rest on my own, and I'm going to just move everything around in my dresser just so there's more space. Firstly, I've made a bag of everything that is high-waisted that I want to see if I can wear when my piercing is fully healed. So I put this in the bag so I know what kind of clothing it is. Now I'm going to put it in the box. So now I've put everything that I want to store away in this storage box. So it's an 18-liter storage box, and I could actually have everything that I want to store away in here. So if something breaks in the future, then I can just take a piece of clothing from this box with clothing I love. The rest over here is getting decluttered, and I'm going to get rid of it. Now I'm gonna change the drawers a little around, so I'm going to use the empty space and have more space. So I've just put everything back in the drawers, and I actually managed to empty 2 drawers. So I'm just going to show you how the drawers look now. Starting over here. And I've moved everything around, so every drawer is full again. And this drawer where we have, so this first one is like underwear and socks and all that. The second one is sweaters and clothing you wear when you do practical stuff around the home. Down here is still like clothing I sleep in. Down here is one of the drawers I emptied out. So here there is towels. Here there is sheets and other stuff. And here there is my sportswear, pants, shorts and skirts. And because I moved everything around, 2 shelves are actually now empty in my boyfriend's closet. So that was it for today, guys. In my videos in general, I try things out and I see what works for me. So I'm just showing you what I'm trying out or what works for me. In this case, I'm just trying something out. It might work, it might not work, but I think when I had to like only have the clothing I like the most, I wear the most in my wardrobe, and the rest I put in another pile, it made it way easier to declutter things I actually did not like and just put the things away I actually do like, and then I can wear if something else gets in bad shape and I need to replace something, then I can just take something from the box and I do not need to go out and shop. I'm trying everything to not go out and shop. Of course, I'm a human being, I make mistakes, but I really want to try to focus on not shopping any more clothing because I do not need any more clothing. So when it comes to that, I'm also trying to do a 3-month low buy. So what I'm going to do while doing that low buy is I'm not going to buy any clothing from my wardrobe at all. The only clothing I'm allowed to buy is things like outerwear and shoes. If they break or they aren't rainproof anymore, because it rains a lot in Denmark, so it just needs to be rainproof, whatever you wear. So that's the only things I'm allowed to place, and that's why it's called a low buy and not a no buy, because I'm still allowed to buy like outerwear and shoes if I need to replace them. But everything like t-shirt, pants, whatever, I'm not allowed to buy any more of that because I do not need any more of that. So I'm trying to do it out for 3 months. I decided to do 3 months because that's not like totally unrealistic. But let's see how that goes. So yeah, my focus just in general right now is not buying any more clothing and finding a way where I do not need to shop. I'm not stressed by the amount of clothing I have. So I just thought what I was doing today was a great idea, because then I do not have too much clothing in my wardrobe. I'm not getting stressed by it because I do not have too much. But I'm also storing away what I actually really like. So if something I have in my wardrobe right now breaks, then I can go into that box and take something from there instead of shopping, thereby saving money and therefore not buying things I actually do not need. So yeah guys, I hope this video was useful for you. Just remember, I appreciate every one of you, and I'm so happy that you're back on my channel to watch another video. And I'll see you soon in another video. Bye guys!